Do you remember that time that you were in elementary school? I had one of those times too. No matter who we are or how different, I guess there are a lot of cultural touchstones that can let us relate to one another. Oh, wait, there's a point here. 2 points, actually. The first starts with how I can't use a Macintosh, even though my elementary school was armed with them. I can clunk enough keys together to get space gas and outnumbered to load, but it doesn't mean that I can use a Macintosh. This is foreign land to me. Outnumbered is sick because Super Solver is sick because detectives are rad. That's the first point. Detectives are sick. The second point is that the one piece of software I could use and could not replicate at home on my dad's Windows machine was HyperCard. My friends and I would make the first 2 scenes of a lame fantasy game that never came to fruition every day. The brick fill made it easy for us to feel powerful artistically, and the capacity of HyperCard's choose-your-own adventure-like logic was not lost on us. Kids are precocious, but also kids are kind of dumb, so we never actually made anything that did anything. I'm believing childhood, but honestly most adults also dream pretty big and act pretty small. So that's the point of the HyperCard point. In 1988, confirmed badass CM Ralph channeled all of the follow-through that most of the rest of us just don't have and created Caper and the Castro, the first LGBT video game using HyperCard on a Macintosh. Then, and I'm using language here that tells the truth but couches it in all of my favorite fantasy worlds, she distributed it via the Queer Underground BBS network, where its cult history begins. With that release, CM Ralph describes it as charityware and urges players to donate money to an AIDS charity of their choice if they enjoyed this game. Probably also you should do this too. At the very least, go shopping at your local Out of the Closet. Pick yourself up something nice and aesthetic, or maybe a cassette tape of a band you've never heard of whose name you think is cool. Then also, she re-releases it for the 1988 mainstream as the game Murder on Main Street by changing the name so that straight people and also nothing else. In an interview linked below, she says that she had wanted it to reach the mainstream, which, by the way, I want you to try to have a conversation with a computer screen about something with the word Main Street in its name while describing the mainstream, and tell me how it goes. In any case, I totally hope that A, some secretly queer internet sleuth teens unlocked the secret origin for themselves and became web detectives before web detectives were even a thing. Are web detectives a thing? I know that cybersecurity is a thing. I'm imagining a different thing. I'm in. The mainstream's all ours now. The other thing I hope, number letter B, is that she got super rich. CM Ralph, I hope that you're super rich. Here in the future, CM Ralph is a visual artist who describes her work as a combination of Beatrix Potter and Edward Gorey because she's a badass who lives and weaves the dreams of a better world. I continue to hope that she's super rich, and equally importantly, that on some scrap of paper throughout history somewhere is an absent-minded doodle of our protagonist, Tracker McDyke, the detective of our dreams in the queer HyperCard universe of our dreams. Speaking of which, let's work on that. Oof, already this is such a good-looking thing. It's not just a game. It's a game. Here in the future, in 2017, when people write things like that, like I'm a gamer, it irks some part of me. I don't think it's an internalized homophobia part. I think it's not my personal style. But here in Caper and the Castro, in the wild world of BBS 1988, I think it's fantastic. A gay and lesbian-based adventure mystery game with sound, text, and graphics. From the author, I wrote this game as a labor of my love for the gay and lesbian community. If you enjoy playing this game, I would ask that you make a donation to the AIDS-related charity of your choice for whatever amount you feel is appropriate. I call this charityware. Thank you. CM Ralph. Click anywhere to get back to the game. Alright, where do you want to go? That's a big question. I guess we'll start with the game introduction. The scenario. You are the world-famous lesbian private detective Tracker McDyke. You are searching for a kidnapped drag queen, Tessie LaFemme. What you didn't count on was stumbling onto an even larger and more treacherous crime. What? Prologue. It's 3:05 a.m. You have just been awakened by a phone call from your old friend, Tessie LaFemme. She sounded frantic and asked you to meet her in front of the game room, a favorite hangout of yours. She said she'd be there in 15 minutes. She started to say something about getting the goods on Dooligan Straight Man, notorious fiend and villain, but before you could ask Tessie what she meant, she was cut off. Already we are filled with suspense. Let's get this started. Oh, there's that HyperCard brick, but this brick has ivy. There is artistic vision in this brick. Look at those stars. Oh, back to focus. We are meeting up with our friend, Tessie LaFemme, here at the game room, except the Castro is in San Francisco, and in San Francisco, last call is at 2 a.m., so I'm thinking that maybe the game room is not open. Indeed. The door is locked. It would appear everyone's gone home for the evening. Can we kick the door lock open? Yes. Hell yes. You know this place only too well. What? You can't have a hard-boiled private detective without a drinking problem. That's not how the archetype works. This guy is not doing too well. It's the owner of the bar. He appears to be out colder than mackerel. By the looks of things, I'd say he's been taste testing his own products. Oh, I love Detective Noir banter so much. This is truly a labor of love. It's an empty bottle of Old Stonewall Scotch, 90 proof. It's a letter addressed to the game room. Attention, owner. Let's take a closer look at that letter. Pay up for the month, or you will find your bar redecorated, just like your next-door neighbor's place. My next-door neighbor's place? This is what's got the bar owner all drinking and sad and white girl wasted face down in his own bar? Usually bartenders keep it together better, let alone an owner. This must be serious. Is this next door? This used to be the Gay Apparel clothing store. It burned down last week under mysterious circumstances. The proprietor, Mr. Noe Don R., was killed by smoke inhalation. He lived in the apartment upstairs. What's this? Nothing? Something? The stairs are badly burned and weakened by the water damage. Okay. What about you? This was Mr. Noe's safe. The fire was so intense it melted the combination lock into one piece. With some frayed electrical wire coming from what used to be the ceiling light. Yeah, I'm gonna open up that safe. Tracker McDyke will not be stopped. We've gotta find our friend. What do we have here? Joe's Carpentry and Electrical. Build 2, Gay Apparel Clothing. Per landlord's instruction, install one ceiling light, $129, paid in full. Could that ceiling light be the frayed wire up above? B equals R. So for this, we are going to pop open a notebook. There is an in-game notebook, but if you remember that thing about how I don't know how to use a Macintosh, I'm probably going to get us stuck and then reset, and I'm going to lose that notebook. And by probably, I mean that this is my second time recording this because of technical difficulties. So, we're going to use an alternate notebook couched in my operating system. I do apologize for the lack of elegance when we could be using something so beautiful as this. Perhaps I will do both. Oh, you know what else it is the bottom row of keyboard letters is off by 1. So if I type in, I'm pressing the letter B, I get a V. If I press the letter N, I get a B. So for all manner of reasons. Done reading. Close safe. I assume that that's the redecoration that the note was talking about. Oh, this is Tessie's car. Yep, this is Tessie's car, all right. A genuine classic 57 fucker, not to be confused with the Tucker. They only made one fucker. This being the prototype, it was aptly called the Mother. You know, Tessie should lock her car, unless we're a little closer than we've been discussing and I have spare keys. Tessie, what have you got? This is the gear shift. In the ashtray, you find 37 cents, a torn ticket stub, and one very cheap earring. It's the horn. Originally, I assumed that this was my car when I saw the contents of the ashtray. It's the clutch pedal, it's the brake pedal, it's the gas pedal. This knob says choke, which is probably what this classic piece of junk does most of the time. What about the radio? The radio doesn't work. It's the horn. Oh, nice camera. It's a Komona Awalaya XL 35mm camera with a telescopic zoom lens, automatic focus, built-in light meter, auto wind with a built-in clock calendar. However, there's no film in it. It's a well-used map of the city. You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror. You look as tired as you feel. You better find Tessie soon before your own exhaustion causes you to make a stupid mistake, or worse, fatal. What about the trunk? Oh, that does not look good. The red liquid on this bumper is not cherry soda, and it appears to be very fresh. The trunk is locked. Yo, yes, I want to pick open the trunk. Your pick does not work on this type of lock. Let's try shooting the lock. Oh, whoa, what do we got here? There's no doubt about it, this guy is deader than a doornail. He has a kind-looking face, appears to be in his mid-30s, and there are 2 bullet holes in his chest. In his hand, he clenches a piece of paper. On it, amid the spattered bloodstains, is written Z = B. Is this why he was murdered? Nice suit, CNR. Focus tracker. And replace body and closed trunk, I suppose. You peer through the window, but only see the dark shadows of tables and chairs. Duligan Straightman and Associates. Inside, you can see a desk and a filing cabinet. This room looks unoccupied. Let's pop in. Of course it's locked. Door. The pick jammed. Think of something else. Okay. Door. Hooray! I've got a tiny note here. Matches from the Club 102. There's a phone number written on the inside cover. 922-5489. Well, let's take that down in a detective's notebook. There are always plants in our games. Oh, this plant needs some watering soon. This action will have consequences. An envelope addressed to Straight Man from LL. Let's check it out. Duligan, I am pleased to hear that everything is going as planned. We still need to settle that matter of getting rid of T and H. Better do it ASAP. Yours in public service, LL. T and H? Could T be Tessie? Could T be Tracker? We'll have to pay attention. We'll have to figure that out. On the floor around the desk are smeared drops of blood, a sure sign that a struggle has taken place. Could this be where the body's from? How about in here? What do we have? It's a bumper sticker. Landon LaDouche for president. Ugh. Not my president. How about the bottom? This drawer is empty. This drawer is empty. Scribbled on the paper is Zamano Sebka and Q = T. This seems terribly important. As detectives, we should be taking meticulous notes. Yeah, let's open up that drawer, shall we? With a gun. Let's take a look in the filing cabinet then. Invoice. Joe's Carpentry and Electrical. This is the same service that was used at the gay apparel store. One door for $30. One special electrical installation for $500. That's more than... that's a lot. Secret. It's a blank piece of paper. I bet it's that lemon juice ink trick. Let's check it out. What do we have here? 64, 69, 102. Haha. How about contract? This contract represents the sale of property henceforth referred to as Item 1 to the purchaser, Mr. Duligan Straightman and Associates property is to be used as a beer and alcohol bar catering to a gay and lesbian clientele. What's this about? This is the fine print. It would take a week to read and still not make any sense. Roger that. Well, what about the letters? 2. D. Straightman. From Dr. A. Strangebird. My dear Dr. Duligan, the vials containing the bacteria will arrive tonight on Flight 96 in a crate marked medical supplies. I suggest you put it in the beer or wine rather than the whiskey, as the 86 proof alcohol may have a damaging effect on the bacteria. Yours in service to humanity, Dr. Strangebird. Let's take down Flight 96 and take note that they are trying to poison the gays through our booze, and ask ourselves what the heck is happening. There are little black pins stuck into the map around the Bay Area in Orange County. There seems to be a greater number of them in Orange County. What could they be? Why would anyone hang an ugly picture like this I don't think anybody does want to hang an ugly painting like that. In fact, I think they want people to look away from it because it's so ugly, as often as possible. Further examination reveals nothing. I don't believe that. Perhaps this is an issue of vocabulary. Ah, by examining the picture. Got it. What's that? It's the nail the picture was hanging on. Safe? Well, I'm guessing that this can be solved by our notes. 64, 69, 102. Alright. It's a stack of $20 bills. Counterfeit, no doubt. It's a shame. We could have ourselves a stack of $20 bills. And scribble on the note is, Rodolfo's 50K stashed with Harrigan. A equals I. We're still good. Could Harrigan be the H regarding Tessie LaFemme, regarding taking out H&T? There's no way to know until further investigation. Red Herring Cafe, eh? Seems like a bit of a red herring. Oh my gosh, look at how cool she is. Look at how cool she is. I bet she always makes sure she spells it women instead of women. God, she might. I don't know if that's a deal breaker. She can pull off a trench coat. Sheesh, what a dyke. Date me instead. This guy seems very happy. The food here must be very good. Here's a solemn face, must be picking up the tab. Glass of ice cold water would hit the spot right now. Let's take our seat at the Red Herring Cafe. We've got ourselves another nice plant. Plastic flower, Ugliosis cheapiosis for you botanical types. This can be had at J-Mart for $1.49, blue light special. Red herring soup, red herring sandwich, pickled red herring, sweet and sour red herring, or today's special, red herring and banana sauce. Well, I'd like the sweet and sour red herring. The waiter beams his brightest smile your way as he rushes past you. I'll be right with you. Hi, hon, the waitress coyly chirps. Let me take care of these folks over here and I'll be right with you. I'm so sorry, the waitress smiles politely, but this isn't my table. The waiter smiles at your request. I'm sorry, we've just run out of that. How about trying today's special? I guess red herring and banana sauce it is. The fish has almost a funny glint in its eye, almost as if it had something important to say to you. Very strange indeed. But a treat, fresh bananas sauteed in red herring broth until they turn a golden brown. Do we think that the red herring is a meta red herring? I want to talk to the fish. My name is not Wanda, gurgles the fish. I guess that's all there is to this. I guess I want to examine the fish. Further examination reveals nothing. Well, that was a nice meal. Especially nice that they're open this late. Oh, you hear gunfire and feel 2 bullets whizzing just over your head. Tough neighborhood. But it does have the bank in it. It's 3:30 in the morning. I doubt the bank is open. Be careful not to set off the alarm system. I will. You are too far away to be able to see anything clearly. Let's take a look at the trash cans. 2 garbage cans filled with extremely smelly refuse. Can we look closer at the trash? No. I guess I'm done looking at the trash cans. Let's go over here. I equals E, except after C, am I right? Hey, what are you, a bag lady or a detective? You know what? Sometimes you gotta be both. Yes, set the garbage on fire. It's going to smell terrible. What's in there? It's a book entitled The Storage, Treatment, and Safe Disposal of Biomedical Waste Products. Perhaps we've made a mistake. Let's take a look at the book. Maybe setting this trash on fire was not a good way to dispose of biomedical waste, assuming that's what's in here. Disposal of contaminant bacteria. Contaminant bacteria can only be neutralized by first immersing them in a high-grade alcohol prior to exposing them to intense heat, resulting in rapid oxidation. Any other attempt toward sterilization may prove fatal on the behalf of the handler. Okay, the trash is bad. The door is locked. Can we pick the lock? You attempt to pick the lock only to find that the keyhole has been sealed with plaster. Let's shoot the lock. we got there? Let's take a look at the wall. Faintly etched into the brick is O equals D. Oh, Club 102, which reminds me we did not use the phone in Straight Man's office to call that number from the Club 102 card. So let's break in there again. 922-5489. You hear a click and get an answering machine. Hi, you've reached Joe's Carpentry and Electrical Contracting. I'm sorry, there's no one available to take your call. Please call us back during business hours, 9 till 5 o'clock, Monday through Friday. Thanks for calling and have a nice day. You hear a click and are disconnected. What, is voicemail a luxury in the late 80s? I feel like it's not. I feel like a business should have voicemail. But that's neither here nor there. Ugh, more gunfire. Club 102. You peer through the window but can only make out some vague shadows and a light coming from the back of the room. Pick jams in the lock and doesn't work. Tried and true? You've shut up enough doors already. I hate doors. I love little treats like that show that the developer was involved every step of the way. It really, humanizes the interface kind of thing. In any case, let's shoot through the window. House wine, would you like some? Yes? The house wine has been tainted with a deadly fast-acting bacterial virus. You are about to die and there is no antidote. Antidote, sorry. That's very unfortunate. Here lies a mediocre and unsuccessful private detective. Let's try again. On the bright side, because there's no inventory, everything that we've gathered this far is still everything that we've gathered thus far. So let's go back to Club 102 and get revenge on that wine. Okay. Yeah, forget you, wine. Oh, well, if you must. It's the door to the back room. Restroom. Your knock goes unnoticed. Constipation? I think he's preoccupied. Busy wiping? I do want to get the man's attention. Hey, can't you wait your turn? I gotta go! What about the jukebox? Nice selection. You sure have an ear for music. Heck yeah. I guess first I'll look at the jukebox. Next I'll try to get into the office. Oh. The door is cased in solid steel. Sorry. Bummer. Well, I'm not gonna shoot the restroom. Let's take a look at these bottles again. I would not like some house wine. It's a bottle of Grand Mal liquor. One Hunglo, a whiskey from the Orient. Beef-flavored schnapps. With beef-flavored schnapps, this seems like it's a straight establishment. Well, I'm going to practice my shooting. What a success! Oh, it's Rudolfo. What do you want, slimeball? Maybe not much. He growls. Do you know where my money is? I do, yeah, it's stashed with Harrigan. That got him into the bathroom. Eat, let, and die, you liar. What? It really was stashed with Harrigan. Oh, I was arrested for attempted bank robbery and taken to jail. By the time you fail, it's too late to find Tessie and save the community from Straight Man. Better luck next time. Perhaps the owner of the game room knows something that we don't. He mumbles E equals 0, then passes out again. Well, that's something. Beard wart? Nice breath. Maybe I can tell him that Straight Man has his money. No, I mean, it is stashed with Harrigan. We know this. Maybe it's stashed with Harrigan? Maybe I'm spelling Harrigan wrong? I guess I can check the car again. After all, that's the only place that we didn't find a letter. Although we did find a letter on the body. Perhaps we can examine the fancy suit and see if it really is CNR. We can rummage through his pockets and find his wallet. I did try. Him having a kind-looking face is such a tragic and important detail. The badge displays the crest of the Castro Police Department. The badge number is 3590. Let's put that in our notes. From the ID, you learn that this man was Officer Michael Harrigan, an undercover cop. You also find a picture of a pretty young woman and two sweet-looking little girls. It's signed, "We love you, Daddy." Wow, things are really getting dark in this world. Well, I did see that the money was stashed with Harrigan. It sure fraggin' is. It's a cardboard box filled with $10, $20, and $50 bills. By the looks of it, you gather that there must be at least $50,000 in the box. And unlike the money in the safe, Tracker doesn't think that this is fake. She thinks that it's real. I think that we can now assume that T is for Tessie and H is for Harrigan. Why a drag queen and a cop? I still don't know what we're gonna tell this guy. Come out, finish your poop. I do. In trunk. Hey, thanks, amigo. Feel free to look around. I'm out of here. Well, that went really well. Now we can finally go to the promised bathroom. Oh, what do we have here? Awesome. S equals P. So, port. This is probably going to tell us what port we need to get that medical bacteria stuff. How did I not assume that it was the word port? I was thinking wort, like St. John's wort. Hey, that's my name. Things are buggy in here, but my name's on the wall. Wowzer. Simano. Behid port. Maybe behind port. The sink is brown with rust stains and cigarette burn marks. It's enough to gag a maggot, let alone a faggot. Goodness gracious. And what's up with his vent? I want to look closer at the vent. Right, let's not antagonize the script. Okay, how about, well, there's toilet paper. Perhaps that's all we needed from this room. Office door. Well, now we gotta find the port. Unless there's secretly a key in one of the bottles I blew up. Man, I really want to get in that office. Can I melt the door? Can I torch the toilet paper? What are my options? Unflammable toilet paper. That's gonna be a problem. But my name's in here. I'm so excited. I should get over it. Shoot out the toilet? Although I don't want to know what unspeakable hellbeasts Rudolfo unleashed in there. Oh dear. The water level is rising. Can we get to the vent? Can we get to the vent? Act quickly or drown? Swim to vent. Tight. Oh god, 2 screws. Can I lockpick the screws? Can I shoot out the screws? Can you even use a gun when you're partially underwater? You sure can. Fantastic. Let's crawl into the vent. Oh, holy heck. You are running out of time, my friend. I suggest you make every move count. What does this mean? Am I gonna get flooded? What's on this computer? Log on. Behind port? Rudolfo's 50k. Access denied. Could it be this straightforward? Could it be straight man? Alright, that's not gonna help us with making every move count. Covers dust and all the doors are locked. Looks like the sunset over Orange County. College diploma from the College of Business Knowledge, class of 79. Sounds like a LaDouche voter, am I right? Locked liquor cabinet. Picture of LA is seen on the 101 freeway. That's nice. Honorary membership in the Men for a Whiter Male Society. It's enough to make your skin crawl. Can I append that sentence that's enough to make your skin crawl that this joke would be equally apt in 2018? Here in the future. Cost accounting ledgers. Yeah, maybe let's look at the ledgers? No, that ain't doing it. Now here's a decorator's nightmare, a cheap imitation oriental rug. Clash City. How about the chairs? Can we maybe cut them open, get some treasure? Truly garage sale refugee. How about the rug? The rug is very lumpy in spots. How about under the rug? And we got something. Down the hatch. This shelf is stocked with white Zinnerfield wine. This shelf is stocked with bottles of robust red wine. This shelf is stocked with port wine. This could be the Zamano Subq. Let's check the port. Hell yeah! Moving the bottles open to secret panel, so I see. Oh no. This is not great. Oh, Tessie's alive. Boy, am I glad to see you. She beams her brightest smile at you. Some old wooden packing cases. Medical supplies, that's important. Full of whiskey. Yeah, let's talk to Tessie. What's up? Nobody can hear you. First let's try to pick the handcuffs. Does not seem to work. Could the medical supplies be the ones from Flight 96? Well, let's shoot them and find out. If we just choke on bacteria in this ventilation-free room. By shooting at these crates, you have set off a chemical chain reaction which unleashed a toxic fume into the air. In a matter of seconds, both you and Tessie will be dead. Smart move, bozo. We're getting closer. We gotta make our way back and talk to that bouncer yet again. Forget this tough neighborhood and forget that bank. We are gonna shoot out the window. And then we're gonna crawl into that window. We are gonna shoot those bottles to get that man away from his poop. We are going to tell Rodolfo about his money. And we are going to remember that that trash can book told us to set the bacteria on fire, not just shoot it out in a room with no ventilation like an idiot. We're going to fire at the toilet and just wait and hope for the best. By the way, guys, Huck was here. Alright, let's get this did. We can't swim to the vent. We have to swim to vent. Let's do this again, but this time, let's try not to make the bathroom wall my epitaph. Let the water rise. Relax. Maybe take this time to hydrate for a truly immersive and healthy experience. Ah, there we are. Let's act quickly or drown, shall we? Now let's blow up in the vent. Fantastic. This time, let's try freeing Tessie from her handcuffs. Let's use our tried and true method. Tracker McDyke doesn't pull punches. Tessie unbolts the bookcase door and dashes out of the room, shouting, "Thanks, honey," as she runs past you. Okay, so it can be done. Now let's shoot the whiskey? Perfect. And within that, let's set that bacteria on fire. So it'll be submerged in strong alcohol and exposed to high heat. This seems to be going well. Cool! I saved all the gays! Screw you, Dooligan straight man! We're gonna live! Except for Harrigan, that's really unfortunate. Wake up, Dorothy, honey, wake up! Huh? Oh, I was in a hypercard game all along. There really is no place like home. You said it. Wow, what an adventure we've all been on together. I hope that you've enjoyed it. As always, thank you so much for joining me on my adventures. It means a great deal to me. You can feel free to join our party by clicking the subscribe button, give me validation by clicking the like button, and support CM Ralph's incredible labor of love caper in the Castro by donating to your favorite AIDS charity. or simply going shopping out of the closet. In any case, I'll see you next time. Have a lovely whenever it is.